Hey, what's up, everyone? Welcome back to another Tarant tip, and today is stereo imaging and depth to your music. And what do I mean by that? Well, your speaker has mono and then it has stereo. So, if everything in your song is mono, you're kind of using half the speaker power and width of the speaker. So, your sound's going to be playing down the middle of the speaker. If you start panning things and spreading your things around the stereo field, now you're using the mono field and the stereo field of the speaker. So now it's going to appear louder, it's going to be bigger, it's going to be brighter, it's going to be wider. So that's kind of the secret of how they're getting those loud tracks is, yeah, they're crushing it into the limiter, but then it's also super wide, so it's using the entire speaker, correctly. Well, not all correctly, some correctly, but yeah, I like to be right in the middle, not too wide and not too loud. Just try to get it just right. So that's what I'm going to show you in this one. So stereo imaging, the first things before I do anything, I try to treat the sounds individually, and if it's a sub, I mono it, kicks mono, snares pretty center, and bass sounds same thing. So I try to do that in the mix down stage, and then I get these groups, and most of them have stereo imaging on them. So if you go into them, you can see I'm pulling in the lows, I'm pulling in the low mids a little bit, and then I'm spreading up the the mids and then the highs. So you want to just kind of remember, you want the lower the frequency, the more centered, and then as you get up, it just kind of, it's like a little pyramid, it fans out. So as you'll see, as I scroll through all these groups, I tame them all down how I want. And I think I did on the drums too. Nope. So the drums, I just left them as is because they sounded good. But I did do some panning to add depth to the music. So some elements you put them to the right, some you put them to the left, some you keep them in playing down the middle, but with a wide stereo. It just depends on what sounds good for your song, and as well as I'm offsetting everything by a couple milliseconds here. That one's a lot. That way it's easier to work because everything's kind of on the grid still, but it's off the grid and more swing to it, I guess. So that's my little secret. I work on the grid, exact on the grid, but then I start shifting stuff around by a couple milliseconds here and there to give it a more loose feel. And then see, same thing right here with the I can't even say it right now. Orchestral stuff. So you have the trombone down the middle, you have that viola playing wide, and then I'm like, okay, now let me give a nice powerful one to the left. And then they're all offset a couple milliseconds, and it was pretty crackly, and a couple notes sounded louder than they actually were in the mix, so can't trust the CPU when you're working. That's the crappy part of a pretty fast computer. But just layers and automation and processing, it just eats it up. So then in the synths, I kind of do the same thing. If you look, the harmony, I panned it to the left a little bit, and then the piano to the left a little bit. Again, millisecond offsets, and then the stereo image. Oh no, that is an EQ cut. This is the stereo image, and again, pulled it in, but I wanted these a little wider, because of the synths. It's not a bass sound, so I gave it a little more width, pulled it in a little bit though, and they were already super wide, so I just left them as is. But yeah, so the harmony thing, if you listen, Like you could hear it playing out of both speakers, but you could hear it sitting to the left. And it kind of fools your mind that it's over there, even though it's still playing out of both speakers. It's just playing out of that one louder. It fools your mind to go over there. It's playing from over here, and then it frees up this speaker to, get that top line going through. So that's my quick tip for you guys. Stereo imaging and depth to your tracks. You need to pay attention. The lower the frequency, the more narrow you want that. And if mono, the sub sounds to 100 frequencies, get that mono. And then, up to like say 1,000, start pulling those in a bit and then freeing up your mids and then the highs. That's just my rough frequency points. It changes from track to track and style to style, obviously, not apparently. But yeah, pay attention to your stereo image. It's crucial. It frees up the subs and stuff. When you have a wide sub, it's going to get phasey, it's going to cancel out, it's going to take out your other sounds. And if you're able to do that, it frees up your bass sounds to sit on top of the sub when you pull that sub in. And even if the low frequencies of the bass, pull those in a little bit too. So just the mids and highs of that bass is. So now it all sits together and not just like all like this and just mush. So you want to strategically place things and put them in the room as if you were setting up a band behind you, putting the drums there, the guitars right here, and the singer up in front, and stuff like that. So just think of it, your DAW is a room and you need to place them around left and right. Just visualize in your head, and it's going to help you get a more interesting mix, a tighter mix, and it's just going to sound better because now the music's putting you in a room rather than just kind of coming out of the speaker, playing at you. So that's something to do and get more detailed in. I'm still learning. It's a long process of being car testing and just getting your mind to know what each things do and what elements sound best where, and just keep on training. So as always, thanks for watching. I hope this has helped you out progress in your music producing. If you want to dive to the next step, join us at Tarant On Demand, link in the description. And if you go there, it's our Netflix style music producer video library where we're going to be releasing a bunch of courses. Right now we have a 30-day music marketing action plan as well as intro to Ableton Live. So if you're looking to learn Ableton and the insides outs and just get comfortable working through it, we have that on there. It's a monthly fee, and whatever we add in there you get to watch. So all our premium courses are going in there. I definitely suggest you join us. Again, Tarant On Demand, the link will be in the description. Peace.